Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Arcanum. We are in the cold place, and there are indeed shiverbits and other similar creatures. Let's see if we can find our way in here. Doesn't look like we can get in that way. Alright, so if we look around, let's see, where does it look like we could get in? I guess up there. Yeah, it's kind of a spiraling thing. So let's go around this way. I think that might be a little tiny bit faster. Got a Yeti that hates us. I don't know why. Another Yeti that hates us. Can I hit you? I can. Well, I seem to be a monster. You know, I mean, we know that these things are monsters, but... Oh, man, this is just wrong that I can do this. Oh, I took its head off. Ooh. Go ahead and sleep until healed. It's just, it really is not right. And I love it so. There's another demon shard there, and it's going to come towards us. Cannot see the target. Nope, can't see the target. Alright. Yo, guys. Guys, anyone want to come to me? Thank you. About time you came to me. Come on. Let's get in here. There's another Yeti there. Can I hit up this Yeti? Nope, cannot see the target. Alright. I took its head off. Oh, that's great. Oh, there's the Yeti moving. Well, I seem to have brought everything to me, which is fine. Ow! Bad doggy. Come to me, Yeti. Yeah, I get slaughtered by dog meat. Alright, and let's go ahead and just sleep until healed. There we go. Is anything hidden up that way? Not really. It does appear that this would be the only thing that there is around here. I can see you now, right? Oh, weapon damage. Okay, you know what? Let's reduce it. The demon shard slipped. That's wonderful. Stop damaging your weapons, people. Okay, we got some unidentified armor, an unidentified bow, a diamond, bit of skin thickening. Alright, do we even have enough? That's 3 by 3. Yes, we do. There we go. Okay, can you hold on to that? Yes, you can. You can hold on to that. Nope. There we go. That will all do. Alright. Anything else around here? Doesn't seem so. Okay, the old lagoon. Let's go up there. Ooh. Will-o'-the-wisp. Bear Ancient. Death Lantern. Volar's Wisp. Okay, we do need one of those. There is a slime demon up there. Okay, well, this is good. We'll be able to complete a quest. So, level 30, Bear Ancient. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh, that damage. That was not fun. Alright, Death Lanterns seem a little bit worrisome. Ow. We've got another one coming our way. Ow, ow, ow. Thank you. You know what, just to be on the safe side, let's go ahead and drink one of those. Oh, there really is only one, isn't there? Stop hitting me, damn it! Way to go, dog meat. Alright, what do we got? Oh! Oh, I love how it, like, doesn't trigger combat until they get to you, so... There are definitely times when you can just let your companions do the murdering. Oh, there we go, it's dead. Alright, fine, we'll do this. I do need some essence. Volar's Wisp Essence. Yep, let's go ahead and grab that. Is there anything on any of these other ones? Let's double check. No. Okay. So you can encounter them as random encounters, but it is a lot easier to get them here. Hi. Cannot see the target. I can see you, though. Why am I in pain? I don't understand what's going on here. It's kind of weird. I'm just taking damage, and I don't know why. It's very weird. I don't understand what is going on. Alright, how the heck do I get up here? Can I end combat? Nope. Alright, Volar's Wisp, let's go ahead and kill you. Ow. Get some more essence. Guys, anyone want to catch up to me? Good, sleep until healed. Oh, I guess I gotta actually go into the water and go up that way. Come along, people. There we go. Get some more essence. Oh, hi, demon. Oh, it really is way too much fun to just let your companions do it. Alright. You, sir! You want some fun, huh? Uh-oh. Did you drop your weapon? No. Okay, good. Kinda looked like it. It's kind of weird that these chests are all unlocked. Emerald necklace, an emerald, a thorn crystal, an emerald ring, a ruby, a potion of haste, liquid of skin thickening, Minura coin. Not... I mean, it's worth money, but it's not a great find, really. Would have rather have found some actual magic. Alright, let's make our way back to Roseboro. We'll need to do some grave digging coming up. Might want to do that at night, I suppose. I do really want to get that, Oh, hi. Do really want to get that, treasure chest. That magic amulet that was in that treasure chest. Oh, just cut off its head. It's great. Love it. I wonder if it's based on, like, the amount of overkill or something. Because it does seem a little bit weird that, the harm spell would, remove their head. What do you mean I can't see it? Alright, fine. Well, that Howler had a lot of hit points. I mean, I'll take gems. Gems are good. Don't get me wrong. Just kind of feel like Should have been a little bit of magic in there. Like, oh man, more magic rings and amulets, please. Alright, Timberwolf. Nope, can't see you, can't see you. I can see you. Can't see you. Can't see any of you. I don't know why. Oof. Someone is stunned. Let's just go ahead and sleep until morning. Make sure everyone is good. And let me double check to make sure everyone has their proper weapons. I haven't really had a chance to figure out if Sog's doing better on damage and attacks. Guess he's okay. Yeah, let's keep going. Da-da-da-da. Little disappointed at the lack of places around here, but what are you gonna do, right? At some point, I'll probably look on a map and try and figure out if there are any places that I have not been, and then go there. At least to see if we can. Yay, it's not nighttime. Hey, Timberwolf, guess what? Your head's off. Oh, look, your head's off, too. Just keep poisoning our guys, why don't you? Alright, back to Roseboro. A lot of wolves in the area, jeez. Smidgen ridiculous. And I am really close to the level cap, too. Definitely need to implement that patch. Sog, you don't need to have your weapon out. Let's see, who are you? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Hello, it is nice to meet you. Hello, sir. May I ask you some questions? What is it, stranger? I'd like to receive apprentice training. I don't know why, but okay. Alright, never mind. Alright, I think Shuka has my shovel, which... Yep. You hang on to those things. There we go. Save it first. A skull, a pocket watch, 76 gold. Wait, what happened to my shovel? Oh, right, no, it actually takes it out of the inventory when you put it there. Right. Completely forgot about that. Decent gold ring, 112 gold. People are trying to take it with them. Alright, someone needs to hold on to my skulls. These are trophies. Don't lose them. Thank you. Sen Ang, Horror Among the Dark Elves, and a skull. Fantastic. Alright, once again. Nope, nope, you can't hold on to my skull. Alright, what if I do that? There we go. Now we've got our skull. Alright. And Chuka. Go ahead and take that back. Thank you. Alright, let's go ahead and level up, apparently. Glimmering Forest, Sen Ang. I dedicate this to my dearest Raven. I would gladly face again these horrors and 1,000 others for only another moment with you. Oh my. Excuse me. Dearest reader, it is only with the greatest fear and trepidation that I share this harrowing tale with you today. Even here, safe within the confines of my own home, I am still overcome with dread at the thought of what I am about to tell you, and what it might mean for me or those close to me. And yet I feel compelled to do so. And the great muse guides my pen to this paper, and the words flow forth from the darkest regions of my heart and mind, where they have stayed well hidden until this very evening. I beg of you, please give ear to my confession, and if it please you, take this tale from me and return only your belief and trust that what you are about to hear is only and nothing but the truth. My name is Renford A. Terwilliger, born of the outlying regions of Ashbury, not far from the lair of Beloragrim, where they found the bones of the great dragon. My childhood was a bright one, full of happiness and light, and my parents gave to me all that a child might need. I was schooled both practically and excellently, and when my 18th year came around, I was accepted into Toronto University, and ultimately found my way into the Torontian Zoological Society. Archaeology was first love, but my first assignment with the Society was the Cultural Anthropology Department. It was somewhat of a farce, actually, but the Society had been given an enormous grant by one of Toronto's leading philanthropists for a very specific purpose. That purpose was to confirm the existence of the Dark Elves. Every man, woman, and child in Arcanum has been raised on ghost stories and bedtime tales of these strange people known only as the Dark Elves. To the anthropologist, they are the proverbial oasis in the desert. Proof of their existence has always literally disappeared into the air. No man had ever set eyes upon them, and not one shred of physical evidence had ever been found to establish that they were real. Myths and legends were plentiful, but for the itinerant scientist, these mean less than nothing. What was needed was undeniable evidence, and I set out on this adventure with determination and confidence in my ability to bring forth just that. Had I known what lay ahead, I would have forsworn both anthropology and philanthropy, and returned to work as a day laborer in the Ashbury shipyards. Better the back-breaking work than the nightmares I face every night. Before leaving Toronto, I employed the services of a certain Jaren Banal, an elven tracker who was recommended to me by the noble Mr. Quentin Payne, famed explorer and gentleman in every sense of the word. Jaren Banal had been born in the Glimmering Forest, and it was said there wasn't a more knowledgeable man about the deep elven groves this side of Stonewall Mountains. His fees were a little less than reasonable, but I had been given an enormous liberty in spending the allotted funds, and it was my honest opinion that Mr. Banal was crucial to the success of my mission. I couldn't have been more correct. Within weeks, we were well within the deepest and yet uncharted regions of the western Glimmering Forest, and never once did the unflappable Mr. Banal look to his compass or consult a map. Occasionally he would stand for a moment within a clearing or beneath a great tree, head cocked, eyes closed, but aside from these infrequent moments of meditation, it was all we could do to keep up with him. Upon the 42nd day of our journey, we came to a great meadow, seemingly alive with the multitude of birds and butterflies that flew above it. Crossing this fragrant and lively field was one of the most vivid moments I'd experienced on the journey so far, and I was so enthralled by the scene around me that I almost missed the most spectacular vision given to the eyes of mortal man. Kintara, the great elven tree city, lay within the towering trees at the end of the clearing, hanging like a cut jewel in the crown of a king. The mother tree, almost 400 feet tall, housed the intricately carved Hall of Truth, which shone white and smooth in the noonday sun. Impossibly thin walkways wove in and out of the boughs of the great tree, not taking away from its natural beauty, but adding to it, as if the city were merely a convenient and beautiful tangle of leaves and branches tattooed with the flowing runes and symbols in the ancient elven tongue. And among these, the graceful and lithe forms of the elves, singing their beautiful songs and looking down upon the ragtag group of men with curiosity and amusement. Of Kintara, I can only say this. I can say only this. The month I spent there was the best of my entire life. I learned much less about the Dark Elves than I would have liked. Almost nothing at all, really. But the moments I spent there were strange and wonderful and breathtaking. And I will not do them a disservice by attempting to put them into words. Suffice to say that I learned there as a young man what often takes others a lifetime, and to my teacher I give heartfelt thanks and the warmest greetings. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think of you. We left the trees of Kintara with little more than faint whispers about the Dark Elves and where they might be found. The Elves of Kintara were very reluctant to speak of them, and they begged us to forget such foolishness and to go home to Tarant. I, of course, would hear no such talk, and we traveled on north this time, as Mr. Banal believed he had uncovered a clue to their whereabouts during his investigations while in Kintara. And he had discovered a name, Sen Ang, the home of the Dark Elves. We traveled for 17 more days, exhausting our supplies and sending most of the party back to Tarant. The forest had become thicker and more brambly, and it seemed that many of the trees were adorned with thorns, some more than a foot long. Another week, and it was only Mr. Banal and myself, and we had agreed to return before the first of the month, if we had failed to find any further evidence of the Dark Elves' existence. That gave us 6 days to find Sen Ang, and we pressed on despite our anxiety and fatigue. On the day before we had planned to return, the weather took a vicious turn. From out of the north came dark thunderheads, and lightning flew down from the sky like barbed lances of white fire. It began to rain, and we found an uneasy shelter beneath the massive roots of one of the great trees, which seemed poised over us like a giant and grotesquely gnarled hand. I was shivering, and not altogether from the cold and rain. Weird shadows played against the trunks of the trees as the storm strengthened and the lightning became more frequent. Thunder tore the sky above our heads. I looked at Mr. Banal, and for the first time since we left Tarant, I saw fear reflected in his eyes. I can't say when I first became aware of them, but one moment, while looking out through the rain, I began to notice shadows that stayed even after the lightning had subsided. Those shadows became phantoms. The phantoms something worse. They were stock still, tall and wiry, ghostly faces the colors of ivory with eyes of the blackest night. Their hair hung in limp strands against their foreheads and cheeks, and they stood unblinking, oblivious to the storm and its ragings. Banal screamed something to my right, and then was pulled bodily from our shelter to the roots above. He screamed once more and then was silent. I never heard from nor saw him again. I ran headlong past the elves in front of me, swinging blindly to clear a path. I was mad with fear, and my feet carried me deeper into the forest. I thought I heard dark and twisted laughter above and behind me, and shadowy figures darted among the trees to my left and right. Thorns tore at my arms and legs, and I stumbled among stones in the underbrush, screaming incoherently. More than once, great elven arrows sunk into the trees around me, grazing my skin as they flew by. They were playing with me, enjoying the hunt, waiting for just the right moment. My head was light from exhaustion and blood loss, and I fell to my knees, gasping for air. When I looked up, I saw it. There in the trees above me was Sen Ang, the home of the Dark Elves. Unlike Kintara, Sen Ang was an abomination, slouched in the branches like a great beast waiting for its prey. There were sputtering fires all along its battlements, and great spikes protruding from every surface like dragon spines. I saw robed figures, gaunt and terrible, lined along its walkways and looking down upon me, beckoning. It seemed for me to join them. I screamed again, and the figures seemed to raise their voices in unison, a terrible call without a sound or meaning, but I heard them nonetheless. They were cursing me. They were welcoming me. In moments, I was surrounded again by my pursuers. Through the downpour, I saw them unsheath daggers, their ghostish smiles floating towards me as the thunder roared above. I closed my eyes, praying to whatever god would hear me. There was nothing else I could do. And then from nowhere, arrows were flying from behind me and above me. In moments, I was encircled completely with the half-buried shafts of the thickest hunting arrows, and the dark elves around me whirled to and fro in confusion. One pulled his bow from his back and notched an arrow in one flowing movement, but was shot through the heart before he'd raised it past his shoulder. He fell silently, unbelieving. The others looked at me for a moment, the purest hatred harbored in their eyes, and then disappeared into the night, hands conspicuously at their sides. Amazed and spent, I fainted. I woke some days later, many miles from northern reaches of the Glimmering. I was alone, but my wounds had been treated and my supplies had been replenished. I was back in Toronto not 2 weeks later. I never met my rescuers, but I can guess who they were and where they were from, and I thank them if they are reading this. Without their aid, I surely would have died there in the shadows of Sen Ang. And so, dear friend, again I beg of you to believe these words and the man who has told them to you. I do so only to share this burden with others, to gain comfort among those of my kind. At the very least, let these words stand as a warning to you. Often evil is a tangible thing, and sometimes it is a people and a place. So are the Dark Elves, and such is the hell that they call their home. I have never returned to the Glimmering Forest, and I pray that I never do. Some things are better left alone. Well, we have the location of Sen Ang now, so that is fantastic, and I think I may try a few times to get that necklace, but I'll do that off screen so that it's not a waste. I'll probably just like save and reload, trying to get Virgil to unlock it. And when we come back next time, probably gonna try and finish up some side quests that we have. Like we have the Wisp Essence. Maybe look through my journal, see if there's anything else that we can do, and then probably on to Sen Ang. See you next time, everyone.